Greetings, greetings, greetings. Take a seat, take a seat, take a seat. Today's been a very long one for you lads and you lasses, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the briefing here. Coming up from High Command, we are to do these intelligence briefings to the infantry, the special operatives, special forces, the reconnaissance, etc., etc. We're starting with Yangyue, although the good news is you know most of everything here. Um, I'm not going to be talking about geography in this one. If you want to hear that discussion on geography of other countries, show back up here tomorrow. You'll hear about it. Firstly, catching you all up to speed. Of course, you all know you're a part of the Green Gold Professional Army, correct? Our standard is a gold triangle on a green background. As you can see, our uniform pretty green. Um, of course, above us in the hierarchy of priority is the Silk Protection Army. They rank protect or they rank ahead of everyone in the Yangyue Dynasty Military or the Yangyue Military. Um, and of course, you all understand why they protect our Silk Forest and they protect the Silk Road. They also are taking volunteers to do paratrooper stuff. Jump out of airplanes. Sign up if you really feel like that. The Silk Protection Army is a joint branch with the Air Force, similar to the Red Gold Professional Army. Both the Silk Protection and the Red Gold Professional Army form our elite tier units. They are some of the best of the best, and routinely get into trouble. If that seems like your style of action, recommend you try and join those. Continuing to talk about continuing to talk about the Silk Protection Army. Here we can see their uniform. It is like ours, except it comes in a light tan with a camouflage pattern on top of it, affectionately being called rocks. Or, if you're from the northern parts of the country, the giraffe camouflage. They also get the washboard style of webbing where magazines fit into the actual upper chest region. Um, I've heard some interesting things about people using them. It seems to me that it is designed for airborne use, which makes sense. They also get the standard arrangement of pouches on their webbing, like ourselves. Now, as for us in the Green Gold Professional Army, we get standard webbing, standard pouches. Some of you will be moving away from the Y strap to the X strap. Um, I don't have any X strap to show off today, so you'll have to wait on that one. Likely, the units you're going to will either have Y straps or the X strap. Um, Similarly, on this note, the Blue Gold Professional Army, their banner is blue with a gold triangle. They are our militia, as you all know. They form the Coastal Defense Forces, the Reserve, and the militia in general. They also get our uniform, or our style of uniform, although their helmets have a blue stripe on them. Some units will also have blue armbands, depending on their location. There is the Amethyst Gold Professional Army, a amethyst or purple background with a gold triangle. These are our tankers and our more mechanically aligned infantry forces. As of now, they're still rocking our uniform with purple on it, of course. Although I have been hearing rumors and some prototyping of an actual tanker's overall set, as well as a generalized set of clothing for mechanized and motorized units doing this. Um, and finally, there's the Red Gold Professional Army, red background, gold triangle. As I said before, with the Silk Protection Army, they are some of our best of the best. Their uniform is like ours. They do have a camouflage pattern. It is not the rock camouflage. It is a camouflage pattern printed on our olive green. It is an olive green with bamboo shaded spots. I would love to have an image of it. My lads have not gotten it back to me yet, so likely you'll have to wait till the Red Gold Professional Army guys show up tomorrow to talk about their careers and all their stuff. Um, yes. Now, of course, looking at our rank structure, nothing's changed here. You all joined the military probably year 36, year 35. Nothing's changed. Um, some of you joined in, of course, earlier, but for those of us joining in year 36, and I don't see any of you here today with us, nothing's really majorly changed. Um, the only major change is General of the Banners has become a political rank equivalent to General, in charge of a corps of 4 divisions. The Field Marshal is now at the very tippy top of the army. The Banner Generals simply control their relative branches' priorities. So, yeah. The blue banners control when the militia gets called up. The red banners control what operations the specialist troops are getting up to. Green banners, well, that'll be us getting called up for war. Um, Amethyst banners, realistically, I've heard many rumors about them being directly in control with the tank program, but I've not seen anything specifying that right now, so I can't speak on that directly. As for the General of the Silk Banners, they are currently somewhere in the Silk Forest, probably getting up to another one of their pilgrimages. Not much we can do about that. They control the silk, and as far as I'm concerned, fine by me. There's also some divisional, brigade, regiment, battalion, and company structure stuff here. As you all know, the military operates on a divisional maneuver basis. Of course, we do operate corps. I've been hearing rumors they want to push this down to brigade level movements. I've heard some try and argue for the regiment. We haven't seen that happen yet. So far, it's a current fight between the brigade and the regimental commanders on where the maneuver emphasis should be placed. Um, I'll have more updated on that as going on, and of course, depending on what unit you join, your commanders might have already come to an agreement. For now, just make the best assumption that the division is the unit of maneuver at the highest level, and at the lowest level it's the company still. To those of you looking to be a captain or a major, now's the chance. Now's your chance to try and do it. Once they put you up at battalion level, you'll have a lot more say in the matter in terms of maneuver. Although, as I'm looking upon you now, most of you are NCOs ranking sergeant or corporal. So, some time to go there. The Imperial exams will be opening up for billets for staff, second, and first lieutenant in the next couple of months here. Realistically, I'd say probably get in before the winter. Every time there's a winter Imperial exam, it tends to get all hazy and things get a lot handled jankier. And if you want my personal opinion, go to the inter-Imperial exams if you plan to get stuck in the most groundbreakingly resource bare bones area, and so make do. If you want an easier Imperial test, show up for the summer, or if you're really lucky, the fall right before people start going back to their farms. That'd be the best time to do it. If you want to ask when I took it in the winter, so that's where I'm speaking from. Yes, and now we're gonna get to the part that I see a lot of you smiling and looking at, the firearms. So here, let me just pull this up. Right here, yep. Look up here. Yep. The model, the year 21st rifle. Straight pull. Straight pull. Um, takes on block clips. 6.8 millimeter. Your father used this. Your father's father probably used this or something like it. Um, the rifle I'm holding is a year 21st 30 rifle. So it can take the sword bayonet. Keep this in mind. Older Type 21s could only take the standard issue knife bayonet. This was doable for the time. However, with a more emphasis on the infantry charge, it has been seen that infantry dials can now go onto rifle. It makes the rifle a bit front heavy. So keep that in mind when you fix that bayonet. Your thing is, do not, you're not aiming, you're not going to be doing much accurate fire with it. Rifle takes 6 rounds in its stripper clip, or rather, sorry, in its on block clip. Its charger clip even. You pull the bolt back like so, drop it in on when you bolt the last round into the chamber. Empty clip pops out the bottom. You know how it goes. Sights are zeroed from a battle sight of 300 meters to a 2-kilometer setting. I have never gotten use out of anything above 800. That isn't to say you won't. It is to say I've just not seen it. Of course, she's made of bamboo. Her wood is a bamboo composite material, so pretty handy, pretty light. Although, if you get to firing this thing quickly, she will heat up. So keep that in mind. Rate of fire on one of these, 20 rounds a minute. I've seen people go faster. Generally, we hover around 10 a minute. She is cock on open. So when that bolt comes back, gun is ready to go. So all you got to do is put the bolt forward, and you're ready to bang. You're ready to just start nailing stuff. Up next, for those of us entering year 36, some of you, these have been starting to be issued. They're working on a improved variant, which is at the bottom. The Wugang Arsenal has come out with a self-loading rifle. It is a toggle lock. As you can see, when I do that, it toggles up, right? The first variant takes the same 6 rounds of 6.8 in the on-block clip. Unlike the previous rifle, on the last round, the clip stays inside. When you fire and it toggles back, clip ejects. You take another clip, put it in the rifle, slam, and then cock the rifle, and it's ready to go. The second variant has a 10-round stripper clip. Sorry, a 10-round on-block clip. It's the same sort of system. You just have, 4 more rounds in it. We will see which one of these becomes the primary rifle, but as of now, the 6-round variant is the one being issued out to infantry. The Year 40 rifle, as it's being called, which is the 10-round variant, still is in prototyping as we speak. I have seen 3 of those rifles, and I consider myself pretty lucky to have done so. Both rifles still use this bamboo composite. The barrel is heavier, so less overheating from what I've been able to find out for the 6-round variant. I haven't had much trigger time behind it. Trigger is a 2-stage, a smooth click and then a snappy bang. Although I've heard rumors that they're going to be tweaking that around, so that might not be yours when you get it. As for the sights, graduated out to a kilometer this time. I think someone's finally gotten it in there that we're not shooting at 2. Battle sight ranges between 200 to 300. Although I have seen people dial it down to 50 meters. So it seems like these sights are going to be very, very, very tweakable. Personally, I'm going to keep mine on either 50 or 250. I think really I'll probably just keep it battle sighted for 350 and call it a day. I don't think I need to do any. I don't think I'm going to be going super duper accurate with that. I'm sure somebody in your group will. I'm sure somebody within your platoon or your company or your unit will decide otherwise. But that's how it's going. Both rifles can also take the infantry Dow as a bayonet. So, you know, keep it in mind. Pretty handy, etc., etc. Um, both rifles also feature a button to eject the clip prior to firing all 6 or 10 rounds. Very handy. Similarly, the straight pull has the same thing. You can drop the clip or pop the clip out without having to fire all 6 rounds or, charge all 6 rounds out of it. Next up, the Type 21 experimental rifle. Type 21 here is, or rather, year 21 is a misnomer here. It wasn't actually invented until quite recently. Um, year 30, year 32, 33. It is a automatic carbine, select fire, safe, and automatic. Early variants do have a semi-auto feature, a self-loading individual shot feature. It is a side loading, so as you can see, the magazine sticks out side here, sticks out the left side here. Right. Blowback, yep, blowback. Automatic carbine. She's short. The stock folds. That one was for the paratroopers' sake, but they make so many of them that they give everybody the folding stock one. You get 30 rounds or a 32 rounder, and it's firing 6.8 by 20 mil. 20 millimeter. Very, very flat shooting cartridge. It is very, very snippy off the barrel. Doesn't go quite far, but it'll get to 300 very effectively. The first example here is from the Silk Protection Army, and the one below, the one I'm holding right now, is a actual infantry issue one. As you can see, it even takes the Dow. Very, very nice. The first one could take a bayonet, but it was the shorter bayonet. As of now, priority is these go to the airborne and elite shock units. Assault infantry are getting these two, and your NCO and corporals in your squads will be getting 2 of them. So your squad should have 2 of them. I have heard some rumors that some people want to do 3 or 4, but for now, those are just rumors. And finally, we have the machine gun, the Type 24 light machine gun. She is a box-fed 26 round or 30 rounder, depending. 6.8 machine gun. She uses the same rifle round as the squad. Quick change, detachable barrels, fluted as well, for increased heat capacity. Got a bipod. Your squads will be issued 2 of them to be split up, so you would have both maneuver and fire sections moving with a machine gun each. Or if you so really want to, you can have your supporting fires unit have 2 machine guns. There's not much more to say on the Type 24. It's a very, very handy machine gun. It can take the infantry Dow, mind you. So if need be, the machine gunner can poke people as well. Yeah, that's about it. This one was a quite short briefing. We would have gone into more detail, obviously, but with such a small class, and especially one of experience like yourselves, I think it was fine to leave it here. If you're trying out for the Silk Protection or Red Professional armies, that will be tomorrow. They'll be showing up to talk about it and hand out flyers and all that stuff. If you're looking into tanking and such, I recommend finding one of your Amethyst people and asking them for something, or asking them for information. And if there's questions for me, I'll stay a couple of minutes afterwards and talk about it. I am not needed for quite some time. Um, if no one else has any burning questions, I'll go ahead and end the presentation here. Um, yes. Oh yeah, we can talk about that later. Um, yep.